Hey guys, EDDBUD here and welcome back to the channel. Today the video focuses on some differences that I found between my early production model of the Alphafly Next Percent and the new version of the Alphafly Next Percent I picked up a few weeks ago. So about 60 miles into these, and before I did the initial run in these, I was quite intrigued by the level of difference between them. Are these initial run Alphafly Next Percents the same as the current production models? So after weighing, measuring, squeezing and smelling, here are the results. These come in at 260 grams, that's 9.1 ounces, and these at 266 grams, 9.4 ounces. 29 centimeters in length in the December produced version and 29.4 in the June produced version. This one's a little wider in the forefoot at 12.2 centimeters. Only 12 centimeters in the forefoot with this one. You'd expect these to have actually picked up some dirt and grime and grit and weigh a little bit more. I thought it would be the other way actually, with these weighing quite a bit more than the brand new version. But both of the new pair are about 6 grams heavier at about 266 grams. Where is the slight additional weight increase? Maybe the paint? I don't know. If you've got any suggestions, let me know. This new pair is actually slightly longer as well, even though they're supposedly the same size. It's actually visibly quite striking when you put the two shoes side by side. I could perhaps understand if the pre-production ones that I've used quite recently have curled up, but that's not really the case. These are about 4 millimeters longer than the pair I picked up in February. I think some people found the Alphafly initially a little bit too roomy in the toe box, maybe a little bit too long. That original pair I've got in a size 11 are absolutely spot on for me, so yeah, these are a little longer. I can afford to wear a slightly thicker sock in this version. That aside, I do believe Nike shoes normally come in a little bit shorter. Certainly these days, the recent ones I've picked up have all felt a little snug. Maybe the slight increase here is them trying to readdress the balance, I don't know. You may say to me, Ed,
your original pair are curling, they're bending. They probably would have come up the same if you measured them.
Well, those measurements are from when I first got the shoe. It hasn't really changed that much, this one. The original pair simply do come up a little bit shorter. A production variance, perhaps? Maybe I just got a strange shoe, maybe it was just a little shorter, maybe the pre-production ones were all a little bit shorter, who knows? I just remember all those Instagram stories when these first launched at the US marathon trials back in February, and everybody said they came up a little long. There's certainly more room in the toe box than the traditional Nike fit that I normally expect in this new version of the Alphafly. No surprises, on foot they just feel a little bit bigger. Perhaps the height of the toe box has something to do with it? I don't know. Another small but noticeable difference. Looking at my February released Alphafly that I got hold of, the AirPods on the inner side of each shoe have got 8 rows of fibres. Looking at the other shoe, in fact, both the AirPods on there have got 8 fibres. So what's going on? Only 7 rows of fibres in each of the AirPods here. That led me to the Tempo Next Percent. I wondered how many were on there. Only 7 on all the AirPods in the Tempo Next Percent. Any ideas? Maybe a production issue? Maybe these are slightly different? I mean, you could say it's perhaps a defect or something, or production tolerances aren't that great, or the AirPods are just different here. Certainly the box that came with this shoe suggests it's a unisex shoe, so I don't think it's like a men's or a women's version. It just appears to be a unisex fit. Same as on the new ones, they're just a unisex fit label on the outside of the box. No real difference underfoot that I can tell anyway, but maybe over the miles could make a tiny difference. I am seeing some quite considerable compression in the rear of the shoe and also in the midfoot and forefoot areas. The area just in front of the AirPods actually is compressed by a couple of millimeters already. It's about 60 miles into the shoe. I guess you'd expect that a little bit. Zoom X is incredibly compressive. These still feel really fantastic underfoot, but I would suggest the difference between the newer pair and the older pair is visually quite prominent. I don't think there's much change in the properties of the AirPods here. They don't feel any different to the touch than the new version. The most striking wear though is actually here on the rubber section on the outsole. The fins and the ridges are worn down quite a bit actually. When you look at the new pair, you actually realise just how much they've worn down. The labels inside both the shoes actually suggest quite a bit of information towards when they were produced. This was produced right at the tail end of December, and the other pair between May and June of this year. Clearly these were manufactured for distribution at the US Marathon Trials in February. Kind of real cool vibe about this one, knowing that it was actually there. A little bit of history there that no one would know. If only this shoe could talk. I have seen a couple of viewers send in pictures, kind of horrific pictures actually, of their Alphaflys. There was one viewer had a dreadful issue where part of the midsole just sort of ripped away and collapsed. It was really quite disturbing. How are your Nike Alphafly Next percents holding up over time? Are you impressed or depressed at their durability? Let me know down in the comments. A film recommendation today. Back in 1981, a quite bizarre group of people got together and made an amazing World War based football film, Escape to Victory. This one stars Sylvester Stallone, Michael Caine, Max von Sydow, and also Pele, Ozzy Ardiles and Russell Osmond. A quite amazing group of people, I think you'll agree. The film's really cool. Michael Caine kind of gets together a football team in a prisoner of war camp, and then they play against a German national team whilst the Allies try to come up with a plan to get them to be able to escape before the match. It really is awesome. Occasionally it's on like at Christmas and things on UK TV, but if you can track it down, it is worth watching. Escape to Victory. Thanks for watching through to the end, guys. I very much appreciate it. We're very nearly at 10,000 subscribers. Every time I say it, it doesn't seem real. Thank you to all of you subscribed so far. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, do hit that subscribe button and click the bell below for notifications of when old EDDBUD launches his new videos. It really helps the channel out too if you give this video a thumbs up like and you share it with your running buddies. My name's EDDBUD and I'll be seeing you